Hi, my friends. Welcome back to another tarot reading. Before I begin, I just want to shout out this beautiful jewelry. I found an ad for this necklace on Instagram, and it's made by Scribble Waffles. And she sent me very kindly a matching pair of earrings, and I'm so excited to dress this up and embrace this like earthy ocean goddess energy that this jewelry is giving me right now. It's just so wonderful and lovely, and I love the colors. I love the way it hangs. I love the, dangling chains and everything, and it's just perfect. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to pull a couple cards using my Midnight Magic deck by Sarah Richard. Before I begin, you can check the description for information on my personal readings if you want to reach out for one. But please, only if you feel called, and remember that, your intuition is there for you as well. And you might not necessarily need someone else for that. I just want to be an advocate for that. But I'm here if you feel the call and if you feel like you need the support. Because with tarot, I essentially use the cards as each card represents a different archetype. And so when I pull out the different cards and they line up in a specific way, they tell a certain story. And there's so many endless permutations of what can be said through a deck of cards. And that depends on, what the person who's reading has inside of them and what they bring through the cards. So the cards are kind of like an intuitive language that I like to use to express the wisdom that I've attained in life and the things that I've learned, the things that I see. So I like to kind of explain how I read to make it less out there and demystify this idea that, some psychic person holds a level of power or authority over your own intuition. And I feel like that's maybe not talked enough about or encouraged enough in people who listen to readings. I mean, maybe I haven't been enough around that side of the psychic world, but I just want to empower people and offer the readings as a service, as, something that is having the intention to offer wisdom to someone that can supplement their growth, their journey. And that's my intention with this. And so on that, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but in my description, I have more info on like personal readings. I think I did say something. So check that out if you're interested in booking a reading with me. I do tarot readings. I do intuitive body art scans, which is like a reading, but it's like a different kind of reading. And I have a psychic and intuitive masterclass development course that I created. My cat's scratching over there on her post. And yeah, I'll have all that info below. So moving on, when I do these readings, like I kind of mentioned, I draw from the wisdom in my heart and what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, and I enjoy emotions. I enjoy exploring my inner world, my psyche, and my human nature, and observing that. And I like to use tarot to talk to different aspects of my human experience. And I find that whenever I'm experiencing something, that means that I'm not the only one who experiences this, especially if it's a challenging thing or a thing that's not really talked about too openly in society or in different communities or whatever. And so I love making these videos and pulling tarot as a tool to illuminate what I discover in my inner world so that you can take from that and extrapolate whatever wisdom or supplemental ideas or things that you can use to continue, moving forward and making sense of your world. And that's really why I'm here, and I love sharing in this way. So the today's reading is going to be on the topic of jealousy and envy. And I want to pull some cards for anybody who, so this is how you'll know if this reading is for you. So if you've experienced jealousy and envy if there is a deep, powerful dream and longing that you feel inside your soul, and maybe you're trying to achieve it, or you want to get closer to it, and you just feel this longing, you feel that tender, like aching, pulsing space between you and the vision, the quality, the experience, the feeling, whatever it is that you aspire towards. It could be related to who you want to be as a person or what you want to create in this life. So I'm going to pull some cards with the intention to serve you, my dear viewers, whatever, advice on how to channel this jealousy, channel the envy into your own power to feed your visions, to further identify what your visions are, to go deeper into your purpose, your dreams, what it is that you feel like you are put on this planet to do. And I will say that, you know, having dreams it's a courageous thing to hold on to a dream, especially because there's so much, I think, patience and trust and all this stuff that's required to pursue the dream. Because when the dream doesn't instantly come to us or happen, you know, we can easily get discouraged and get trapped in these mental working, in these mentalities, that these emotions, you know, tempt us to think, and that can stifle our progress forward, and it can rob us of really being able to be present in this moment. Because, you know, while we may not have arrived yet at the destination that we envision for ourselves, there's still so much presence and joy and contentment available in any given moment. And sometimes, you know, falling too deeply into the envy, jealousy, you know, low self-esteem cycle can rob you of joy in this moment, of peace in this moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to pull some cards and ask for advice for whoever is watching this, whoever this is for channeling the power of your own dreams, basically, because that's what envy, I think, can teach us, and jealousy. Any first words of advice? So 10 of Pentacles. There's something about the energy of satisfaction, deep security, deep happiness, creature comforts. The 3 of Swords. So you may have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations where you felt like your happiness, or maybe even what you built up for yourself, just died, or like got erased, or like disappeared, or changed abruptly, or something happened where you were shocked. That's the 3 of Swords energy. There's also a message about, and the 4 of Wands just popped out and it like served itself to you, to the camera. This is about belonging, community. Could also relate to marriage, or like major community celebrations, being seen and having this sense of belonging in community. But I feel like, excuse me, the 3 of Swords next to the 10 of Pentacles, one thing that this made me think of was there's an acknowledgement within these 2 cards, if this resonates with you, that you are keenly aware of the discrepancy and the ebbs and flows between this bliss, you know, satisfaction, satisfied, fulfilled energy, this having everything energy, and this devastated, ripped open, just shocked, shattered, shaken energy. These 2 are like, it just reminds me of like the highest highs and the lowest lows. They're coming out. And the 4 of Wands relates to belonging, really. So I feel like there's something about your vision, your desire, your purpose, your dream, what drives you, whether you're maybe aware of it or not. If this resonates, you'll know it's for you again. But the Four of Wands suggests that part of what is going to feed your capacity to turn, your dissatisfaction, your insecurity into stable joy, stable fulfillment, stable comfort, like a deeply accessible kind of security and peace. Part of your path to that is feeling seen and feeling celebrated, and working with people, collaborating with people, celebrating with people who are right there with you. So community is a big thing. People who you feel yourself with. So something that you can do to, get closer to this dream, this vision, is as simple as find a workshop, find an event that you've never gone to, go to a place you've never been to before, and make a new friend, and immerse yourself in something that is closer in line with who you are, what you value, what you envision, what you desire. And I'm trying to think of an example. I'll give a personal example. I love self-expression, and I love self-expression. I love dance and movement. And I am going to be going to a 2-week technical dance immersion. It's going to be really interesting, and I really don't know what to expect other than to learn about the geometry of the body and how it sort of supports specific types of movements within more unconventional dancing styles like contact improv, and more of the kind of formless, maybe contemporary forms of dance. I've never taken too many structured dance classes. I've taken a couple when I was a child, but that self-expression, that modality, is something that I, it's really close to me. So, I'm going to go hang out in community, doing things that make me feel fulfilled and satisfied. And so maybe that can be relevant to you. If you like cooking, if you want to be the chef with a TV show, it's go hang out with TV producers who like food or whatever, you know what I mean? That was kind of a lazy example, but the first one that came on to my mind. So I think you get the point. So let's get more advice for you with how to channel, how to move closer towards your dreams, towards what you really want. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, so the 10 of Pentacles. So this to me is kind of amplifying what I was just saying. This to me is saying, give yourself what feels good. Give yourself what nurtures you. Give yourself what you want. And just steep in it. Steep in it. Feed yourself. Feed yourself. Feed your soul. We have the King of Cups upside down, and we have the 8 of Cups. We have the Strength card and the 5 of Cups. So, let me get another one. What is this talking about? The Hermit. So, let me get another. The Queen of Wands is at the bottom. Okay. So for some people, there's some message about emotional uncertainty, insecurity. So what I feel for this is you probably, I'm just you know, assuming this based off the cards here, I'm trying to read them at face value, but you've probably been through some moments in your pursuit of that deep, dreaming, driven, purpose-oriented part of you, the one that holds the vision of who you are, and the part of you that is connected with the values that drive you at your core. On your journey of connecting with that and expressing that, there have been certain things that you've been attached to that have been lost or that have left you. And those things were so close, the closest that anything has ever gotten to this part of you that is in the King of Cups is emotional integrity. He is it's kind of like a harmony between action and grounded action and emotional fluidity, and things like that. And he's upside down, so he's a little insecure and weighted down, or perhaps going through. So you could be going through a loss right now, or a change, or a big transition. 5 of Cups, you could be feeling grief, disappointment. 8 of Cups, you could be feeling grief, or like you're moving on from something that was disappointing and caused you a lot of grief. And from this, you know, you're embodying your strength, you know, moving on from what kind of fell apart, what didn't work, what got lost. That's what I feel there. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and it fell out on top of the King of Cups. So that kind of affirmed to me, it's like this feeling of insecurity, you know, this profoundly emotional feeling, dedicated, like devotional energy. The King of Cups, committed, and just steeped in passion and love and depth and changeability, unknowns, shifting, liminal spaces falling out right on top of this guy. So it's like you could have been going through a situation where maybe you felt like your vision, your motivation, your desires, your dreams, maybe you gave up on them. Maybe you were close to giving up. Maybe you started to doubt them heavily. Maybe some circumstances in your life changed and you lost something, a connection, or you moved from somewhere, or some project that you had failed, or something that you had momentum on, just like it's like dead and gone and just no longer here, and you're walking away from, you know, the whatever's not working. Because of that, you could have you know, maybe felt a little bit insecure, or kind of paused with acting on your dreams, on your passion. You could be feeling, or you could have felt recently, like there's been a bit of a stagnation with your pursuits of your soul, of your heart, because there's this liminal space feeling kind of happening. There's just a siren way in the distance, or an airplane actually. So yeah. And then with the Hermit, I feel like you could be in a time where maybe you're reassessing your direction, or you know, you've went through some losses. You've cut your losses, and you're on your own now, maybe. You know, moving on and moving towards an even more reified version of, you know, your soulful pursuits, the motivation from your soul to pursue your passion, your creative instincts and whatever. Okay, let's get a couple more. So we have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom, and then we have the Queen of Swords that just fell out. I get this feeling of like watching and waiting. And the Three of Wands also fell out. So 2 3s so far. And we also have the 4. So there's something about expansion. Okay, so this is actually coming through pretty strong. There is literally the image that I'm seeing in my mind right now is imagine a line, okay? And imagine on either side of the line, there are these waves. There's like one wave on the left side and one wave on the right side of the line. The waves are quaking. And as you look up the line, the width of the waves, the size of the wave, the frequency of the wave changes. So there is this continual upward motion, momentum. Hi, honey, you want to be in the video? Come here. There's a continual upward motion and momentum. And yet on the way, there's like this expansion and contraction and almost a bit of chaos energy with the 3. We have 2 3s. There you go. And then because we have the 4 and then the 3, that makes me think of expansion and contraction. And the 3 of Wands is actually a card of expansion. I just realized that right now. The Queen of Swords, I don't know what she's doing here. This could actually represent a person, a female, someone in your life who's on the side. It could be someone who emanates intellectual capacities, intelligence, coldness, perceptivity. Someone maybe watching or perceiving or interpreting what you're doing, or you looking and calculating, kind of. I'm gonna put these cards back and pull some more advice for how to move towards these dreams and goals, how to connect more with them, the feeling of fulfillment. I feel like keeping her here. Good girl, Butter. The world on the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune again. So, I feel like this is saying, be patient and let it come to you, and it's turning. The wheel is turning, the world is turning, things are happening, things are changing. It's kind of just like keep going on, don't give up. We have, yeah, exactly, Temperance. Exactly. What did I just say? The world is turning, and what did I just do? I pointed out the World card, and what just happened? The World card came out. And I said, be patient. And what is this? This is patience, okay? So there you go. Keep working on the dream. Any messages to keep viewers or people watching this reading accountable? Any messages of accountability, in other words? The Empress. So I feel like an action to remain accountable to these dreams and goals and visions is to embody your Empress, embody this generous, earthly, giving, feminine, nature. Find ways to connect with this within yourself. Adorn yourself. Listen to your intuition, supplement yourself with good nutrition, surround yourself with supportive friends and family and people. Nurture. Any other accountability words? 6 of Wands. This is saying recognize your accomplishments and recognize your capacity and your power to accomplish it and be a winner, be a go-getter. Do it. Continue. You've already won, and you need to act like you've won, basically. You need to pursue. And continue the slow burn. Continue the steady progress. Continue working away on those projects and those goals and commitments and things that you have. One more accountability. Nine of Wands. Acknowledge when it's time for you to take a break. Acknowledge when you need to take a rest. You can't walk straight for 50 miles without stopping and injuring yourself. I don't actually think that's possible. If it is possible, then I'm unaware. I was going to say 20 miles, but like some people run 20-mile marathons and they do it and they collapse at the end. I don't even know. But this is just saying, be accountable for your capacity. Don't over push yourself. Don't overload, overexert yourself. But recognize when it's time to pause, time to refuel, and that's that. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, you can leave a comment. And again, one more time, this jewelry is from Scribble Waffles. Scribble like you're scribbling on paper, and then waffles like you eat a waffle. I just love these so much, and I can't wait to dress them up more and do a whole on like photo shoot with all this. So yeah. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Reach out to me, send me a message here or on Instagram at Rustic Peach if you want a personal reading, if you want access to my Psychic and Intuitive Development Masterclass. I offer different types of tarot readings. I offer 12-card, 12-house zodiac spreads, Celtic cross readings, formless timed readings, so you can ask any question, and it's kind of like formless, just like these YouTube readings that I do. And I do my intuitive art body scans where I just basically tune into your field. Obviously, when you purchase a reading, you are giving me permission to look into your field, and that's why I don't really like the idea of doing readings as gifts unless the person receiving it as a gift consents to it, because I do need permission to read people's energy. It's like, you know, I'm not just going to dig through someone's soul without like asking them or, you know, telling them if it's a reading, because, you know, God knows what I'll find. But yeah, so the intuitive body scans are where I just tune into your field, what I see, and I visually draw around the form of a body what I see, the patterns, colors, textures, things like this. And then I create a detailed list of each of the elements that I draw, and I parse them apart, and I kind of interpret and analyze the texture, the feeling, the flow, the energy, the way that I feel that and connect with it. I channel that vision and those textures into messages and words and you know, feelings and things, so it can help, you know, a person make sense of the kind of a cohesive picture of what's happening in their field at the moment. So it can bring more awareness into, you know, into a person's consciousness. So yeah, I haven't done one in a while, so it'd be really fun to do one. And I actually think I want to make a video of me doing my intuitive drawing kind of body scan thing on myself. And I'm going to make that a paid video where you watch me connect with myself and you learn how to do it for yourself. And then parse apart the elements visually and then write down an analysis. And so I will show you an example of how to connect with yourself on a deep, energetic, you know, unique level like this, and to relate to the way that energy is basically moving through you in this particular way. And if you are a visual or creative or very sensitive kind of kinesthetic feeling type of person, this could be a really powerful practice. It also is really similar to like parts work and aspecting, because you're connecting with these different aspects of your energy field. So look out for that. If it's not posted in the description, then I haven't uploaded it and made it yet, but it is going to happen. So anyway, thank you again so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.